right? Okay, so these are the various versions of your Windows Server, guys. As discussed, we have these are the versions. We have these are the multiple versions of the Windows Server. We have Windows Server 2000, 2003, 8, 8R2, 12, 12R2, 16 and 19, guys. Okay, these are the various versions of the Windows Server. So now you have a doubt, sir. Can I install all my SQL Server versions on all my Windows Server versions? Right? Agree? Agree, right? Is it possible, guys? Can I install all my SQL Server versions on all my Windows Server versions? Is it
We
possible,
can't.
guys? We can't
No,
install.
sir.
Very good, very good. We can't
No, no.
install. That's perfectly fine. So what is the criteria? Why we can't install?
Like we can't install updated version of SQL Server
Compatible.
into old model of Windows Server, right?
Compatibility issues.
Very
Because
good.
of
Compatibility issues. Okay. The simple answer is compatibility issues. I'll give the same example. I'll give the same example in each batch, guys. Okay. So try to listen carefully what is compatibility is. Okay. So imagine in the childhood you are going to wear some clothes, right? At the age of 2 years or 3 years. Let me mute you all. Let me mute you all. Okay. At the childhood you are going to wear some clothes. At the age of 2 years or 3 years you are going to wear some clothes. Okay. Is it possible to wear the same clothes now?
No.
No, we cannot wear the same clothes now. By that time your parents decided, by just looking your height, your measurements, they just bought one dress that is exactly suits to you. Now they don't know in the future my boy will grow 5.6 or 5.7, 5.8 or 6 feet. They don't know, right? So they can't expect how much height you are going to be, right? So the childhood clothes you cannot use now. That is the same reason, that is called compatibility. Okay. Whenever the developers are designing this Windows operating system, they don't know in the future SQL Server 2019 will come. Hardly when they will start working on SQL Server 2019, might be 2 years before. In 2017 or 2016 they will start working on 2019, then they will release in the 2019, in the year of 2019, guys, right? So this is how it will work. So in the future they don't know that Microsoft is going to release one version 2019 or 2017. They cannot guess in the year of 2000 itself. So hardly what they will do, how they are going to decide, hardly what are the existing operating systems are there by that time, what are the existing operating systems are there by that time, they will hardly give 5 to 7 years chance, minus or plus. Okay, let me go to notepad. So how to identify, sir? How to identify? There is a rule, +7 to -7 or -7 to +7. I'll tell you, I'll explain about this rule. Okay. So on which operating systems I can install SQL servers, various versions of SQL servers. Okay, I'll tell you, sir. So one short answer is I cannot install all my SQL Server versions on all my Windows Server versions, guys. I cannot install. There are some compatibility issues. Okay. So like on what version I can install the SQL servers. For that, there is a shortcut that is -7 years to +7. Each SQL server will supports up to 15 years, guys. If you see here, -7 to +7 means what? How many years, guys? -7 to +7 years means how many years? Imagine, okay,
14, 14
7
years.
plus 7, 14.
2012. 2012 is there. 2000 for 2012, what is the -7? 2005, right? For 2012, what is the +7?
19.
2019. So total, what is the duration? 2005 to 2019, 15 years, right? So each SQL server supports 15 years, guys. In these 15 years, how many operating systems are there? You can install your SQL server on all those operating systems. Is it clear, guys? So you cannot install all the SQL server versions on all the Windows server versions. Okay. If we want to identify, how can we easily identify? Use this thumb rule, -7 to +7 thumb rule. So if anyone asked, hey, can I install my SQL Server 2012 on Windows Server 2000? Can I install SQL Server 2012, SQL Server 2012 on Windows
No.
server 2000, just 2000.
No.
Is it possible,
No,
guys?
sir. No.
Why?
Because sir 2012 minus 2005, लेकिन Windows Server is available 2000. So how it is stored? Because plus
Yes,
7
correct.
to minus 7.
Correct. Okay. So what you can do here, what version I am asking 2012. Okay. So go with the -7 to +7, guys. 2012 -7, how much? 2005. 2012 +7, how much? 2019.
2009.
What and all Windows Server operating systems are there in this range? In this range, what and all Windows operating systems are there, guys? Tell me.
Only 2008,
2008, R2,
R2,
2012, 12
12
R2,
R2, 16 or 19.
16, 19. Very good, guys. Okay. On all these operating systems, I can install my SQL Server 2012. This is the basic thumb rule. More or less, of course, you can definitely install it. Okay. More or less one version plus or minus, guys, but this is exactly you can do it. More or less one version plus or minus, that's it. But happily you can install your SQL Server 2012 on all these environments, on all these Windows Server versions, guys. Okay. So is it clear? Now tell me. Okay. SQL Server 2005. SQL Server 2005. On what Windows operating systems I can install my SQL Server 2005, guys? Go with the +7 -7 rule.
2000 Windows Server 2000, 2003.
So 2005 -7, right? What is -7 value for 2005?
98.
98. What is the +7 value for 2005?
2012.
Very good.
2012.
What versions are there in this range? What are the versions are there in this range?
2000,
2000,
2010,
2003,
2003, 8 to 8 or 12 and 12 or
12. 12 R2 is when compared to 12. 12 R2 might be released in the year of 2013 and all. So you cannot use 12 R2. Okay, you can install up to 2012, guys. So this is how you are able to identify on which Windows Server versions I can install my SQL Server. Is it clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts here? Please let me know. Nothing. Every SQL Server will support up to 14 to 15 years, guys. Okay, and it will support -7 years to +7 years. Okay, it will support -7 years to +7 years. Total it can be 14 to 15 years. In this range, whatever operating systems are there, you can install your SQL Server on all the operating systems, guys. Now tell me, on Windows Server 2008 R2 or Windows Server 2008, what SQL servers I can install, guys? On Windows Server 2008, what SQL servers I can install?
2005.
2008 means, guys, either if I said SQL Server or Windows Server, you have to calculate -7 to +7 only. So 2001 to 2008 plus 7, 2015, right? So what are the SQL versions are there in this range? What SQL versions are there?
2008,
Yes,
2005, 2008, 2002.
R2,
yes, SQL Server 2005, 8, 8R2, 2012, 2014, right?
14.
So this is how you can calculate easily, guys. Okay, this is how you can calculate easily. So is it simple or difficult, guys, to calculate?
Simple, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing is there. Simply whatever version it is, just go with -7 to +7 rule. Definitely you are able to get it. Okay, guys, just can you give me 1 minute? I'll be back. Guys, one more request. Don't respond. There is no direct messages. Okay, you cannot do direct messages to other participants. If anyone responded, guys, okay, please let me know your phone number. Please let me know your email ID. Please immediately let me know, guys. Okay, there is no direct messages. Okay, so there is no direct messages. You cannot directly do messages to other participants and all. If anything you need, just let me know. I'll help you out. Okay, you cannot ask contact numbers and all. You cannot disturb the team. Okay, I'm going to create a Telegram group. Nothing to worry. Fine, guys, but not now. It will take some time. Okay, so I'll be back in 1 minute, guys, please. Right. Okay. 1 minute. Let me put charging. Okay, guys. And so, is it clear, everyone? Please, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Fastest
Yes, sir.
fingers
Yes,
first.
sir.
Fastest fingers first. Please set the messages, direct messages to me. Okay. So, on what Windows Server operating systems I can install my SQL Server 2014? Don't tell the answer. Direct message to me. Fastest fingers first. The first 3 correct answers will be rewarded, guys. I am expecting answers from everyone. If you don't know, let me know. I'll explain again. It's very important, guys. If any customer comes to you, if any user comes to you, hey, can you please install SQL Server 2005 on Windows Server 2019? You cannot say yes, I'm going to install. You have to calculate this. Okay. And again, depending on Google also, sometimes it will take time. So at least a basic calculation will help you, right? So let me know the answers. On what Windows operating systems I can install my SQL Server 2014. I'm expecting answers from everyone. 33 participants are there. I'm expecting from 33. Otherwise, I'll ping you and I'll ask you. Whatever answer you know, just let me know. I need participation. That's it. Right or wrong, that is a different matter. Still 17 has to respond. Still 13 has to respond. 13 has to respond. Guys, we don't have time. Please respond quickly. I'm not wasting the time, guys. So nothing to worry about it. Okay. It's very important. If you are not learning, what is the use, right? Don't worry about that. Guys, still 11 people has to respond. Okay. 6 people has to respond. 6 people. 5 people has to respond. 4 people. 4 people has to respond. 4. Come on, guys. I hope you are not sleeping. If you are sleeping, just woke up and answer, and again you can sleep. Please. 3 people has to respond. 2 people has to respond. 2 people, guys. 1 person has to respond. Only one is left. Okay. So let's go. Might be he did not wake up. Okay. Fine. Right. Okay. 2017 to 2021 range. First of all, let me calculate the answer, guys. 2014, right? 2014 minus 7 means 2007, right? To 2021, right? What and all Windows operating systems are there in this range?
8.
Windows Server 2008,
8
Windows Server
R2,
2008, 8 R2,
12 R2,
12 R2, and 16, right?
16, 19.
19.
16 and 19.
Right. So this is the correct answer. Let me check who answered this. Okay. And let me go to the messages again. Who gave the correct answer? 2007 to 2021 range. Sanjeev, I need correct answer. Okay. 2007 to 21. Again, Malesh, Yatish, same. Dhanunjay, 2005. Dhanunjay, do we have 2005 Windows Server? Please respond.
No.
Okay. So you answered 2005, 2008, 8 R to 12, 14, 17. Do we have Windows Server 2017, Dhanunjay?
No, sir.
I hope you are confusing, Dhananjay. I guess you are confusing, right?
That.
So don't confuse. We have to check Windows Server operating systems, not SQL servers. Okay. I just asked you on which operating systems I can install SQL 2014. Your answer should be Windows servers, right?
Yeah.
On which operating systems means your answer should be Windows servers. In the Windows servers, we don't have 2005, 2017 and all. Okay, fine. So Naresh, again, wrong answer. Correct only, but I need exact versions. 2007 to 2021. Fanendra, 8R to 12, 12R to 16, 19. You're correct, Fanendra. Pravina, 8R to 12, 12R to 16. Okay, 16 you are missing with 2019, Pravina. Okay, let's see. Sachita, okay, 8R2, 12, 12R2, 16, 19. Okay, Sachita, good. Bal Venkatesh, 8R2, 12, 12R2, 19. Okay, let me check other answers. The winners are Sachita, Bal Venkatesh, and Fanendra. Okay, let me check other answers. 2007. Shiva, what is this 2007, Shiva? Do you have any Windows Server version like 2007? Okay. Srinivas Bejwada, that's fine. 2007 to 21. Guys, there is no shortcuts, okay? There is no shortcuts. Okay, fine. Subhani Sheikh. Subhani, let me know if you have any issue. I'm going to help you out, Subhani. Don't worry. Are you people still confusing or is it clear? Subhani, is it clear? Is it
It
clear
is
to you?
clear.
Clear, right?
Clear, sir.
Don't go with the empty minds or confused state and all. Just let me know. I'll be happy to explain again. Everyone, is it clear or still having any doubts on this? Right.
It is
Okay, fine.
clear.
Yeah.
Clear,
Okay.
sir.
So let me add who Fanendra, right? Fanendra and Subhani, not Subhani. Who else, guys? Sachita. 1 point. And who else?
Means
Sorry,
Balavenkatesh.
Bal
Balavenkatesh.
Venkatesh, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you, guys. Okay. Right. Received. Chalo. Let me go to the next discussion, guys. So up to SQL Server 2016, remember guys, up to SQL Server 2016, your SQL servers are platform dependent. What is meant by platform dependent means only
Run
on
only
that platform.
run on
Yes, only on that platform we can install the SQL servers. Means only up to 2016, up to SQL Server 2016, we can install only on Windows operating systems, either desktop or server operating systems. Up to SQL Server 2016, okay, these are platform dependents. Platform dependents means only on Windows Server desktop or Windows server operating systems you can install the SQL servers, guys, up to 2016. Okay, but from 2017 onwards, the SQL servers are platform independent. You can install your 2017 on Windows operating systems, as well as you can install your SQL servers on Linux operating systems also. When from 2017 onwards, you cannot install 2016, 14, 12, 8R2, 8, 5, 2000 on Linux operating systems. They won't support on Linux operating systems. They will support only on Windows operating systems, either on Windows desktop or Windows server operating systems. But this will support, these two will support on Windows operating system, on Linux operating system also. So from this version onwards, you can call it as a SQL Server as a platform independent. Okay, it is not going to depend on the platform, any platform like Windows or Linux. On any platform, you can install the SQL servers. What SQL servers, what versions we can install? Only 2017, 2019. Both versions are introduced on Linux operating systems. Why Microsoft introduced Linux operating systems, guys? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me why Microsoft introduced Linux operating system? Why till 2017 it was not concentrated on Linux? Why? Because who is the tough competitor for Microsoft SQL Server?
Oracle.
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 right? Oracle is the tough competitor for Microsoft SQL Server, guys. Oracle you can install on Linux operating systems. So Linux
Right.
operating systems means it's a highly secured environment. It's very difficult to hack the Linux operating systems. Okay, it's highly secured environment. So as we are having tough competition with Oracle, so SQL Server Microsoft wants to grab more database market. So that's why to make sure they are strong in Linux also, they introduced in the Linux operating system, they introduced SQL servers in the Linux operating system, but almost all 5 years gone. They introduced on Windows Server, sorry, SQL Server 2017 onwards, 2017 to 2012, 2022, 5 years gone, but it was still not popular. Okay, it was still not popular, guys. Only 1%, I am not sure even 1% also using in the Linux operating systems. Okay, I'm very sure less than 1% of the people are using Linux operating systems, Linux with SQL Server. Okay, as of now, it was not popular on Linux operating machines. Might be in the future, it might popular. So Microsoft wants to grab Linux market also. So the Linux is a free operating system, guys. Windows operating system, you have to buy Windows. If you want to install SQL Server, you have to buy SQL Server. You have to buy Windows Server also. Very costly. SQL Server is around 3.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs. Windows Server is also in the same range. Depends on the edition and all. Okay. After MS Linux is second place. So they use, yes, correct. Correct, Manindra. Okay. So if you want to install SQL Server on Windows products, you have to buy SQL Server and you have to buy Windows Server, guys. Windows Server is also not very cheap. It's like around 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs for one copy. You have to buy 4 to 5 lakhs. But Linux operating system is free, guys. So you can save 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs on each SQL Server. Okay, if you install your SQL Server on Linux operating system, per copy you can save at least 4 to 5 lakhs. Imagine, per copy you can save at least 4 to 5 lakhs. Why? Because Linux operating system is free, completely free, right? So that's why Microsoft, okay, is trying to take the Linux market also. One is security, second one is like it want to increase the capacity. Capacity means it want to lead the database chain, guys. Okay, so now you know the difference between platform dependent and independent, right? Platform dependent means up to 2016, SQL Server 2016, all SQL servers are platform dependent. You can only install either Windows desktop or Windows Server operating systems. Yes, any questions? Any questions? Someone is talking.
Sir, what are the difference between Windows Server and Windows NT?
No, that's old version. That's it. Okay, very old version. Like we have SQL Server 97, right? In the same way, Windows NT is the very old version, like Windows Server 1993, around like that. Okay, Windows NT means Windows Server 1993 range. Okay, 93, 94. There is no difference. Just they are very old versions. That's it.
Okay.
We'll call them as a NT.
Okay.
Okay, from 2000 onwards, they started calling as Windows Server. That's it. Okay, and again, guys, it's very important. You have to remember the SQL Server versions. You have to remember the Windows Server versions, and you have to remember on what Windows Server versions I can install my SQL Server versions. You might not get questions in the interview, but it's very important, guys. Okay, it's very important during the work and all. Right? So, can I continue? Is that okay? Is that fine? Is that fine, guys?
Yes.
Okay, right, fine.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
the difference between Windows Server and SQL Server once, please.
Sir, if you ask like that, I'll tell you one thing. So you have to
Okay.
compare. You have to compare same measurements, right? So, for example, if you want
Okay.
to compare, can you compare meters and kilometers? Can you compare liters and kgs? Now tell me, sir, can you compare liters and kgs? Is that fine? Can you compare? Is it possible to compare liters and kgs? If you ask what is the difference between Windows Server 2016 and Windows Server 2019, chalo, there might be some extra features will be there. But if you ask what is the difference between SQL Server and Windows Server, both are different products. You cannot compare, first of all. If you ask, I can still tell you, okay, Windows Server is the operating system. Without Windows Server, we cannot install SQL Server. Windows Server is an operating system. SQL Server is a software. If I want to install this software, I should have this operating system. For example, if you want to install WhatsApp, you should have what we should have. Your what is that
OS,
OS we are using?
OS,
What is that OS we are
yes,
using in the mobile phones? Android.
Androids.
Yes, Android 8, 9, 10, 11. Agree? You cannot
Yes, sir.
use your WhatsApp, very latest version of WhatsApp in the very old version of Android, right? And WhatsApp doesn't support on Android 3.0, Android 4.0, Android 5.0. Agree? Why? Because it is very old version. That features may not support on the old version of operating system. So SQL Server is an application, Windows Server is an operating system.
Okay, sir.
Without operating system, I cannot install SQL Server. Is it clear now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, done. Fine. Fine, guys. Thank you. Let's discuss about these two today, and then we'll wrap up the session for today, guys. Only these 2 points. Okay. What is CTP? What is RC? And what is RTM? So, guys, CTP means Community Technology Preview. Okay. CTP means Community Technology Preview. Right. So imagine the latest version of SQL Server is the upcoming version is 2022, right? So if Microsoft wants to release 2022, okay, when they will start working in the year of 2022 or before 2022, they will start working, guys.
Before.
Before, right?
Before
See,
2022.
Before.
you are planning to go to the new house. You just constructed one new house. You are planning to construct a new house. Might be your planned date is 2022. Okay, March. Imagine 2022 March. Imagine you want to shift. You want to shift from old house to new house in the 2022 March. So you don't start constructing new house in the 2022 March, right? You will start before 6 months. Agree? Right? You will start collecting the money, you will start collecting the resources, you will start collecting the materials, everything. You will start constructing your house before 6 months, right? In the same way, if Microsoft wants to introduce any new version, Microsoft team will work before 2 years or 3 years, guys. It might start work in the year of 2018 or 2019. By that time, 2022, they will release the version into the public, right, market. So whenever, like vaccination, yesterday we discussed about the vaccination, right? If government of India wants to give that Covishield or what is that Covaxin, they simply don't give the vaccination immediately. First they will go for clinical trials, and they will go for some volunteers. If the results are good, then they are going to, okay, give the same vaccinations to the public. And again, in the public also there is a priority. First health workers, police, okay, and then you are going to get the vaccination. The common public is going to get the vaccination, right? In the same way, why they will do all these things? In case of any issues are there, they will get a chance to correct. In the clinical trials, they will observe each and every minute point, and they will correct in case of any issues are there, in case of any what we can say, uh, drawbacks, or what we can say in the medical terminology. What is that? Any I'm not getting that word, guys. Side effects, side effects. In case of any side effects are there, they have to correct it, right? So that's why immediately they don't start working on it. So before 2 years or 3 years, they will start working on it, right? So for example, government of India wants to introduce one welfare scheme across the country. What they will do, they will select some 200 or 300 districts across the country. They will start implementing this welfare scheme for them first. They will collect all the information. They will collect all the challenges in implementing this scheme. They will rectify it. They will modify it. They will refine the copy. They will refine that particular plan. And then they will introduce across the country. In the same way, if Microsoft wants to introduce a new version, first they will work on it. Before 2 years or 3 years, they will start working on it. And then they will release a test copy, guys. They will release a test copy to the community people. Community means anyone can be a community person for Microsoft. You can happily join with the community. These community people will get updates, okay, before the Microsoft version is coming to the public. Community people will get the early access, guys. The community people will get the early access, and you can happily, the community people can download the latest version of SQL Server. You can work with it. If you have any errors, any issues, any challenges, any suggestions, any feedback, you can revert back to Microsoft. They will collect all the suggestions, all the feedbacks, all the errors from different customers, and finally they will change the code accordingly. They will collect the bugs and all, right? Each software will have the bug, right? Agree guys? Every
Yes,
software
sir.
can have the bugs,
Yes.
guys. What is a bug? Can anyone tell me? What is a bug?
Secure.
What is a bug? There is a difference between bug and error, guys. Bug, B-U-G, bug.
Bug is not,
If
the
something is
function
not
is not working, sir,
expected,
Yeah,
correctly.
yes. The software, if the software is not working as expected, you can call it as a bug. Is not working as expected, you can call it as a bug. So I don't know if you just listen my old classes or not, but every batch I'll give the same example, guys. Again, it's very easy example, very simple example. Virus is different, Shiva. Virus is completely different. Don't think virus and bug is same. Okay. There is a difference between virus and bug. Please mute, sir. Please mute. Please mute, or else let me mute yourself. I mean, like, let me mute all. Right? So there is a difference between bug and virus. Virus is completely different. Anyone can hack it, and anyone can create virus and all. That's different thing. Bug is means if the things are not working as expected. Okay. Say for example, you just opened your Amazon.in. Amazon.in. Okay. You just opened your Amazon.in. You want to buy one product. Okay. You want to buy. Let's go with the Oppo's A74. Okay, if you click on that Oppo A74, you are able to see Oppo A74 only. But if you click on Oppo A74, okay, instead of Oppo A74, if any other device is like opened, let me show you again. Instead of this device, where is the device, guys? Instead of Oppo A74, if this device is opening, means that's a bug. If you click on this product has to open. Where is that? Yes, this product has to open. If you click on this product, if this product is opened, that means the software is not working as expected. That is a bug. Is it clear, guys? Right? I'll give you one more example, very simple example, guys. In Andhra, when they introduced this MSET during early years, when they introduced the first time, when they introduced this MSET, okay, they designed one software, guys. Before to that, manually people are going to correct the papers, answer sheets and all. Manually they are going to correct it. Then they introduced the software. Okay, OMR sheets. They introduced OMR sheets, and they just prepared a software to correct the answers, guys. Okay, which one is correct, which one is wrong. For the first time, okay, what happened? One guy, I don't know, he did wantedly or unknowingly he did, but what he did is he just rounded all the circles for each question. You can see, right, for each question you will have A, B, C, D options. Okay, so what softwares will check whether the correct option is checked or not, whether the correct option is marked or not, right? If the answer is C, it will check whether C is marked or not. If C is marked, you will get 1 mark. If C is not marked, then your answer is wrong. This is what they write the logic like this. Okay, so first time what this guy did is he just answered all the questions. Okay, each question he just rounded all the circles. Each question A, B, C, D he rounded. First question A, B, C, D. Second, let me reconnect, guys. The meeting is showing less than 1 minute. Let me reconnect. Please join with the same link.